Hmm. All right, guys, we're coming back here as soon as we wrapped up the last stream. A couple of these storms decided to start rotating. Um, is these storms decided to go tornado warned here. Right as we hopped off, and a couple of these are pretty impressive. Looks like I got a message here from Johnny. Said that one heading on 275 in Cincy is moving into a prime area. Yeah, it certainly is for sure.
You know, it seems like every time we hop off, more tornado warnings get issued. So I guess we should just not ever hop off.
Yeah, we're done hopping off.
By the way, I did notice too, there are multiple tornado warnings heading kind of towards Milwaukee too, up in southeast Wisconsin. So just wanted to make that note in case anybody's following from up there too.
Okay. Well, let's get into this real quick here, guys. First and foremost, this tornado warning just southeast of Greensburg. That's Decatur County. That's for another 31 minutes. Broad rotation there, just southeast of Greensburg, southwest of New Point, along and south of 74. And then just directly east here, over towards Batesville. That rotation now evident along and south of 74 here near Sunman, just north of State Road 48, southeast of Batesville, northwest of Manchester, kind of west here of St. Where's that at? Gosh bless it, St. Leon there. That is a tornado warning for the next 31 minutes. Southern Franklin County, northeastern Ripley, and northern Dearborn County. Dearborn County is clients of ours out there, and that will go until 10 o'clock. So that severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. And I'll tell you, it is getting into a impressive environment as it's heading into that 275 corridor there into the northwest side of the Cincinnati metro. So that storm just southeast of Batesville. Be careful along and south of 74. Impressive rotation. I'm going to go over to this one too, Brett. Gosh,
yeah, that one has a pretty tight rotation there, kind of working towards New Miami, north of Hamilton, towards Trenton. We have some golf courses kind of in that area, into southwestern Ohio. So certainly a highly populated area that's working into. Certainly not a low population area near Hamilton, Ohio. There.
Yeah, just north and west New Miami. Tight couplet tornado warning there is going to go for the next 14 minutes. A radar indicated tornado for central Butler County in southwestern Ohio until 9:45. Let's go down to the ones that were working into southern Indiana. Brett, why don't you take over here?
Yeah. So just kind of looking here, I would say that from where we've left off, I mean, the rotation is still pretty broad there. The one that is heading towards Georgetown, I still think capable of producing a tornado. I'm not sure if there is still one on the ground. I know there was a report west of Cordon earlier that there was a tornado, at least briefly, on the ground there. But there's certainly still some rotation, still a little bit of a hook. Let me check the correlation real quick just to see if there's anything kind of popping up there. It doesn't really look like it to me right now. So I'm guessing probably not anything on the ground at this time. The other one, a little bit further off to the east near Charlestown now, I would say the rotation on that has really started to fizzle a little bit. So you can see you don't really have the conflicting colors now in terms of the greens and the reds there, which means that there's not a tight rotation couplet. So at least right now, the one I'm more concerned about would be the one with some of the rotation showing up just west of Georgetown, Indiana.
Yeah, someone asking about some thunderstorm activity. We are seeing some thunderstorm activity down there in southern Illinois. I don't really see any organized I'm not even really seeing a lot of lightning with these, at least for the time being. Um, no warnings per se down there in that area. So that's it's nice at least. I'll tell you what, we do want to certainly keep an eye out though here in Cincinnati Metro, getting hit on the north and west side. Um, as Brett was saying just a little bit ago, heavily populated area, two very pronounced areas of tight rotation, especially north of Hamilton and just south of 74 here north of Milan. These kind of moving. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this into motion so you guys can see the direction these are moving as they are heading into Cincinnati. That one just kind of along and north of 275, but that one coming into that one might head directly for downtown Cincinnati.
Yeah. And the thing that I think is a little bit concerning about that, Michael, is it's kind of working more southeast. It's kind of a right mover, which typically is a signal for intensification of rotation. So I certainly am concerned about that. And again, heading into a highly populated area.
Yeah. Seen a comment there about Greensburg under the gun. The tornado activity or the threat has really moved out of Greensburg for the most part. It's southeast of Greensburg now, in the southeastern portion of Decatur County. So that is good. Is Edinburgh in the clear? It is, I think, for the most part. I think that's moving out of the Edinburgh area for sure. Let's see. What about Seymour, Indiana? I don't think you can totally rule it out yet. Pending what these storms do out here later tonight, they may still continue to kind of form and develop in here. So I wouldn't rule Seymour completely out yet.
Yeah, Seymour. I mean, even Columbus, Bloomington, Bedford, Paoli, Salem. I think basically where the storms are now and point south, you're still at risk.
Yep, I agree. You can kind of see some indications of still wanting to see some development there. Looks like both of those warnings, Brett, dropped in southern Indiana.
It looks like it. I was just about to go check that. I definitely agree with the one to the north. Still a little bit of rotation between Georgetown and Lanesville, but it is definitely weakened quite a bit. It's almost not even associated with the rain anymore, which is kind of funky. But yeah, right now that's a good sign for those folks down there, Floyd County, Clark County, towards Louisville and Jefferson County, Kentucky.
Let's go up here real quick. I'm really just kind of my interest, Brett, really is peaked here in that storm coming into the 275 corridor on the TIDS on the terminal Doppler there is pretty impressive. That hook. Sorry, I've got my. I know this is first world problems, but my robot vacuum is currently sucking something up. So I have to send it home to get on my phone and send my robot vacuum home. That's what happens when you have kids running around. It's crazy.
I was about to make a comment because I didn't know if anybody could hear the cats that were just causing chaos running through the house. I don't know if that's a sign of more storms to come or if they've just decided that it's past the bedtime and they're just going to act out. I don't know. But I don't have kids to deal with yet. So just cats.
Your time is coming. Your time is coming, Brett.
It is coming quickly.
So this one here, guys, Sunman, Indiana, you can kind of see where this might be rotating on the terminal Doppler. This here is still certainly a storm I would be concerned with, just south of 74, northwest of Manchester, and as we're kind of told earlier, and agree with the dynamics out ahead of this as it heads into Cincinnati Metro are concerning. I think this storm could possibly continue to thrive. It's kind of on the gradient of the instability and the higher dew points, which sometimes those storms can latch onto those gradients and really go for a ride. So I'm a little nervous for the Cincinnati metro area with this look here.
Yeah, for sure. It's also getting into an environment. I mean, it's just untapped. That's an area that hasn't really had anything all day long. funnel cloud, Memphis, Indiana. So that's with one of those storms down there. But yeah, I think it's kind of going to ride right along and north of what is that, 275 there, what you were saying?
Yeah.
Right towards downtown Cincinnati. So
With that being said, guys, let's look. I'll put a motion on this. This storm was moving east at about 40 miles per hour. It still looks to generally be moving east. I'll time it out for you just so you can see. I'm going to time out the main area of concern, kind of take it as much as I can there, and just time some of this out. So the Harrison area, 959, getting into Miami Heights, Taylor Creek, 1008, White Oak, Bridgetown. These are some cities I'm just not familiar with, but 1013, Pleasant Run, 1016. Gosh, there's just so many cities here. Trying to see if any of these.
there's Cincy 1023.
Yeah, Cincinnati 1023. So that's. It used to be you could click on these and the cities would pop up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that.
They must have taken that feature off, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, north side of Cincy here, it looks like about 1023, so a little less than an hour for that storm to continue to work east. And then one more, I will do one more for you guys, just east here. This storm is still impressive here, just east of New Miami. And this is a radar indicated tornado warning, moving east at about 40 miles per hour as well. We'll time that one out. That is going to be Monroe, Ohio, 950, and Otterbein, 957. Lebanon out there just northwest of 71, about 1002. So just looking at things, Brett, anything that we're missing? We kind of had a little surge in warnings there, and now it's backing off again.
Yeah, a couple of things. I did send you a message. I can pull it up here. Of a report of a funnel cloud that was with the storm that was warned in Clark County a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was Memphis, and I believe that was Perry Crossing, so I know exactly where that is. So just kind of south of Henryville there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pull that up here. Here we go. Yeah, eerie little photo there, nighttime photo. Nice.
So,
nice
yeah,
little...
that was a good call on the warning down there. And if I was looking at the terminal radar too, going back down towards Georgetown, there's still rotation there. This latest scan I just saw come in is not as strong, but I still think we need to keep an eye on that storm down there.
Gosh, giving me fits, Brett. My radar Omega is. There we go. Just trying to. Yeah, I can see it there. Let me share that so you guys can see that just real quick.
The terminal radar made it look like it was cycling a little bit. The latest scan wasn't as robust, but then a couple of ones ago did have some decent rotation still on it. It almost looks like it's latched onto a boundary.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, which will keep it out of Louisville, hopefully.
Yeah, it should keep it north, kind of more across northern Floyd County there, Borden.
You can go to sleep in Greensburg. Yes, tornado sirens in Connorsville. I think you're okay there. I'm not sure why they're going off.
Yeah, I was going to make a note about the sirens. Guys, do not use the sirens to make decisions.
Yeah.
Every county, and in fact, you can go back. We did a reel last week or the week before about tornado sirens. Every single county does and sets off the sirens for different reasons. They're not meant to be heard indoors. If there's a tornado warning that touches any part of the county, it'll go off for the entire county. And a lot of times they'll just go off if there's even a severe thunderstorm warning nearby in a tornado watch. So do not use the sirens verbatim. You should not, check radar, tune in here, use Clarity. You'll get location specific notifications. But the tornado siren should not be used to say you're safe or to say you're not safe.
Yeah. Guys, I think given, look at this, Brett.
Okay, it's just the gift that keeps on giving out there.
He's Louises. Well, I think, guys, at any rate, just with what we've seen, going to wrap up our live coverage here for the evening. If something happens across our primary kind of coverage area where there's some tornado activity, I'll try to to hop back on and keep you guys posted. Um, just have a good way to get warnings tonight. Especially across the southern third of the state, southeast Indiana, northern Kentucky, southern Ohio there. And we're probably going to be back here tomorrow evening at some point to keep you posted on more strong storms.
Another
Round
round.
two.
I threw up the Clarity QR code there. $30 a month for the starter. Gets you alerts, gets you nowcasts, which is our kind of hour by hour forecast ahead. If you want more detailed forecasts, more meteorologist commentary, that's where your pro subscription is going to come into play. Great for businesses. Starter is going to be more for personal use. I think this may take you to the BAM site, and then you can click the sign up button. That'll take you to Clarity.
Awesome. Brett, great job. Appreciate all the coverage tonight, and thank you all for sharing this and interacting with us. And again, if something pressing comes up, we'll certainly come and update you all if needed. Otherwise, sleep safe. Keep your phones on for warnings, and we'll we are cursed. We will. We are done, and we will talk to you later. See you, Brett.